So, dude, where are we going to lunch?
I think we're going to meet the boiling point.
The boiling point?
Boiling point here in Irvine.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of food is it?
It's a hot pot. Shabu Shabu for lazy people.
Hot pot?
Hot pot.
Now, listen,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to have hot pot. I've never actually had it.
Right.
And is it Indonesian?
No, it's Asian. So Chinese or Taiwanese, Japanese, it's all kind of there.
Okay.
They all kind of have their own version of hot pot.
I've been looking for a hot pot place and could never find one. And then once I was on the internet and actually found a place that was actually called Hot Pot.
Okay.
So I looked up on the internet, got the address, I went down there, and it turned out to be one of those medical marijuana dispensaries, which was a fucking debacle. Then I was really hungry.
Yeah.
And
after that?
Yeah. So.
Yep. So then you went and had a Domino's pizza?
Pretty much, yeah.
Right
yeah.
on.
All right.
Well,
so looking forward to it.
We reached the boiling point.
This time on Out to Lunch, we're visiting Boiling Point in Irvine for Hot Pot, which Don described as poor man shabu shabu. It's different from shabu shabu in that the boiling pot of stock at your table has everything in it. The menu is simple. You have 10 choices and they're numbered so there's no confusion. Don chooses the house special, number 1, like him. Cabbage, stinky tofu, pork, mushrooms, meatballs, clams, quail egg, pork blood and intestine, and other little goodies. Being the hothead that I am, I have the number 8, the Taiwanese spicy hot soup. This has some of the same ingredients as Don's with beef, cuttlefish, fish ball, and other delicious nasty bits. If a restaurant offers offal, it's on like Donkey Kong. Pork blood. No beer for us today, instead iced tea, super cold because you're going to need it. Wait till you see what ends up at our table. I like how they cover the top, so you just have to crack a straw through it. Keeps the drink cold. Kind of looks like beer though. Doesn't that kind of look like beer? Hey, for appearance's sake, we had beer. So when they bring your food out, it's on this mini stove with a little can of Sterno underneath the metal bowl. I guess in Asia, they don't want their food just hot. They want it on fire. Look at that delicious bowl of food though, and look how red it is. Red equals heat, bitches. Now light my Sterno, God forbid the stock should fall below 210 degrees and doesn't melt the skin off my tongue. Besides the pork blood cakes, which are delicious and super porky, one of the more interesting things in Don's bowl is fermented tofu. It's one of the few things Andrew Zimmern had a hard time putting down. I'm joking about the fire under the bowl, but it really isn't that bad. It's hot, but it's not burn your mouth hot. Nice garnish on top with parsley and green onion, just beautiful. Cellophane noodles come on the side, so you can add them to your bowl if you like. These are made from mung bean starch. Very slippery little bastards too. So Don's going to attempt to hit this bowl, but he's one of these guys who does a lot of prep before he eats. Puts his sauces on the side, arranges things so every little thing has its place, then he attacks, like a cheetah in the wild. I love how they add a raw wedge of tomato on top. It's that combination of cooked and fresh that makes these Asian soups so appealing to me. Mushrooms cooked just through, not too much, and an open clam waiting there. So tempting, just to eat that clam first and get it over with. Look at Don. So much great stuff he doesn't even know where to start. So apparently the cabbage wins for the first bite. Now my bowl here is boiling. Great. Look at that. Time for me to get busy. Looks like a spicy volcano with vegetables. On the side, some hot sauce, sambal, some hot chili oil, and apparently some sloppy bastard spilled some on the table. You dress me up, you can't take me anywhere. So here's the fermented or stinky tofu. I don't like it. Zimmern doesn't like this or durian, but Don loves both. Maybe he's the one who needs a show. They make tofu, air dry it under hay so it ferments from bacteria and fungus. Sounds delicious, right? Oh yeah, thumbs up, Donnie. Look at the flame going off under that bowl. I'm pretty sure if you want to eat at a place where there are no children, you're pretty safe here. Don loves that nasty tofu. He did say it's delicious, so I believe him. A little bath and some hot sauce, then right in your pie hole. Best thing in the bowl for me, the pork blood cakes. So rich and mineral-like and has all the essence of pork. The broth was rich and spicy, and it's funny too because if you're a round eye and you walk into a place like this, they'll usually lay off the heat. I told the person who took my order to blow my head off. They almost did. Little fish cake with a nice surprise inside, some egg noodles, tofu, cabbage. Really healthy stuff here. And the cellophane noodles managed to suck up some of that flavor of the broth. They can be a little challenging to pick up with chopsticks, but Don's a seasoned veteran with this stuff. But look, you can blow until the cows come home. This stuff is not getting any cooler. I went right into those clams. I don't like to wait. You know, when it comes to food, I'm instant gratification. They were perfect. I love clams. And I guess I missed the part of the menu where it said bigger bowl, because this was a mammoth-sized bowl of food. I just couldn't finish it. I did the best I could, though. Sometimes I eat like a chick, you know? I'm okay with that. Don, on the other hand, is a Dyson vacuum cleaner. Look at that poor, pathetic tomato. Of all things in the bowl, he leaves the tomato. Why? He'll eat something that smells like feet, but leaves a tomato. I don't get it. The tea was a savior, too. It wasn't the heat as much as it was the spice that drove me to that glass of tea. So refreshing. Beer would go great with this, but I don't think they sell beer there. So the check comes. 2 bowls of soup, 1 medium, 1 large, 2 glasses of tea, side of noodles, $28 with tax. Not too bad. It would have been $24 if I hadn't ordered such a large bowl that I didn't finish. If I have a complaint, though, and it's a small complaint, is that we had to wait like 10 minutes for them to pick up our check, and then another 5 minutes before they returned so we could sign the credit card slip. And I would have filled out this nice customer survey card to tell them how much we enjoyed our lunch, but there was one minor problem. What the hell does that even say? Imagine I fill this thing out. Where do you live? Yes. Was this your first time having hot pot? This beats the hell out of the marijuana store. I wanted to fill it out as a goof, but I just left it. I'll say it again. If you want to know you're in a good ethnic restaurant, it's full of people who eat this stuff all the time. We were the only gringos in this place. And we're cool with that. It feels better to us. And listen, 2 6-foot-plus white dudes having lunch in an Asian place? Kind of hard to blend in. Boiling Point, 14140 Culver Drive, Irvine, California. Check them out at bpgroupusa.com. My name is Phil, and join me next time when we go out to lunch.